What news do? Jinub Sudan oye! Jinub Sudan oye! SPLM oye! Salva Kiir Mayardit oye! Wada nga yo ka oye jab da kintil kulwe Salva Kiir Mayardit oye! Madinga Awul oye! Diar oye! Salatin oye! Rinti oye! Kumidben oye! Kukudit kok tengmadingben oye! Thank you. I know as I should have started with the protocol, mentioning each and everyone here, but in the interest of time, all the big people here, please allow me to stand on the already established protocols. I greet you all in the name of Almighty God. With humility and respect, I bring you greetings from His Excellency General Salva Kiir Mayardit, President of the Republic of South Sudan. Firstly, I take this opportunity on behalf of the people and the government of Northern Bahr el Ghazal State, myself and that of my entire family, to convey my heartfelt gratitude to the SPLM Chairman and President of the Republic of South Sudan, His Excellency General Salva Kiir Mayardit, for giving me this rare opportunity to serve the people of this great state. Not only is it a manifestation that governing the governed is a role of each and every one of us, but also to cherish our long tradition of equality and respect among our communities. This is a torch that we all have to endeavor to keep alight. These are also the values of our forefathers and are embedded in our tradition in the past, now, and in the time to come. It is also in the same light that I take this chance to thank the people of Northern Bahr el Ghazal State for their unwavering support to the leadership of this country in the person of His Excellency President Salva and his government. The hope of Northern Bahr el Ghazal State, and indeed South Sudan, has been and will continue to sail under his wise and able guidance. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, being at the top leadership of any institution is not enough per se. A leader is a servant of the people, and hence it is the populace that will always ensure that its leadership lives up to its task. It is also in the same footing that being a governor of Northern Bahr el Ghazal State requires a teamwork. My vision in governing Northern Bahr el Ghazal State shall be guided by the SPLM doctrine of justice, equality, and progress. It is only when you provide justice to all without It is only when we provide justice to all without tribe, creed, or political affiliation will you be creating a room for equality. It is also on the same wavelength of a leveled ground of equality that the road to progress will systematically unveil itself without suspicion, and thus comes prosperity for all. Talking of justice and equality, I take this platform to add my voice, like everyone else in northern Bahr el Ghazal State, South Sudan, and the world at large, to discourage sexual and gender-based violence, sexual exploitation and abuse, child and forced marriage. I want the people of northern Bahr el Ghazal State to collectively come forward to combat these bad practices that are disadvantaging a certain group of humanity and tainting our social fabric. The most important well-being for a girl child is taking them to school so that they become future leaders. In conjunction, we very much appreciate from the bottom of our hearts our women who had been and still suffering on our behalf. They are the very pillars upon which humanity rests. The most important message which I want to strongly underscore is the heinous raping and brutal killing of our little angel Abunglal in the hands of the Arab merchants here in our town. The perpetrator and his accomplices are old enough to be her grandfathers. I want to assure the people of northern Bahr el Ghazal State that I will personally take up this case and make sure that it is expedited for justice to be rightfully served. This devilish act should and will never be condoned in our midst. Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, in the spirit of the implementation of this agreement, we urge every citizen of this state to stand by it so that elections take place as spelled out in the agreed roadmap. Northern Bahr el Ghazal State being an SPLM-led state does not mean that other political parties present are not recognized. We are all stakeholders in this rejuvenated agreement. We will have to work collectively for the cause of our common people. Therefore, let's join hands to uplift our state to the next height. I would also like to point out that various pre-migration peace conferences that have been taking place for years among the Dinka, Luo, Trezegat, Mesiria, and Mesiria must have their resolutions and recommendations implemented. I call upon our brothers and sisters from across the border divide in the Sudan to also adhere to these resolutions. Northern Bahr el Ghazal State is a peace-loving community, and it will be of a negative nature to the visitors if they abuse the hospitality of the host community. It is of utmost importance that we exert more efforts to strengthen the unity of the people of Northern Bahr el Ghazal State, in particular, and that of South Sudan in general. For unity to be real, it must stand the test of time. The substantiality which is in unity is positively massive. There is power in unity. The best way to have future is to tackle it together without subjective hindrance. When unity is placed as a priority, community ties and social cohesion are strengthened. Martin Luther King Jr., a world-renowned inspirational leader and activist, once said, and I quote, "We must learn to live together as brothers and sisters or perish together as fools," end quote. In this case, we must strive for togetherness whenever and wherever possible. This year has seen a great increase in farming, both small and large scale. It is very encouraging, and I believe Northern Baragazal State will have a considerable yield if the weather is favorable. But still, this is not enough. I urge all to gear up for the next planting season. It is only through agriculture shall we be food secure. It is prudent that we explore other means like mechanized farming in order to boost food production. The government of Northern Baragazal State will make sure that farmers are trained in this sector. Food security as one of human security needs is a cross-cutting issue that requires serious attention. Through sound and manageable programs, capacity building on the ability of an individual and communities to have access to affordable food is one of the mechanisms to enhancing food production. A community-based action plan and supportive policy shall be developed to augment the already existing fragile structural approaches. This will include expanding production base by encouraging planting of other crops that will supplement the traditional ones. With everyday growing interest in maintaining the status quo, e.g. traditional nutrition, an important key to successful change in engagement of youth to participate vigorously in farming. Comrades, ladies and gentlemen, as alluded to earlier, human security has many underlying aspects that make up basic rights for an individual, communities, and a state as a whole. Since it focuses on fundamental rights, the right to life, basic needs, and dignity, the government of Northern Baragazal State shall introduce important measures in which threats to these rights are decisively purged. The ongoing war in the Sudan has particularly put strain in our everyday lives. The state government, in collaboration with security sectors, will make sure that security of our people is not disturbed. This is particularly true to the communities living along the border with the Sudan. The state government shall embark on community awareness and empowering them to participate in making informed choices on how they can be more secure and resilient in the face of current and future risks. Ultimately, unity, food security, and human security are symbiotically intertwined and cannot succeed without one another. As we are all experiencing continuous rainfall, there are fears of flood in its intermittent occurrences, as always experienced in the past. Therefore, the leadership of the state is working hand in hand with the relevant authorities and institutions to mitigate the impact of this potential disaster.